Welcome to another edition of the Gold Nose Podcast. I'm your host, Gregory McCoy. This podcast is by a fan for fans. I am not a journalist. I am not a reporter. I am not an insider. I do not work for a website. The majority of my content comes from me and my opinion. Other information comes from the internet. What a win, man. I'm exasperated after that game, man. We lost our best player on offense and our best player on defense. We lost our left tackle. We lost one of our backup defensive tackles. Just thankful for the win. Tate Rodemaker, whatever. He showed me a lot tonight. I had zero confidence in him as the backup quarterback. I've said as much on this podcast. And he showed me something tonight, man. He showed me something. I knew he could throw it, but I just didn't have any confidence in him. And we need a new kicker. We definitely need a new kicker. He missed chip shots. I just knew when this guy Fitzgerald came on the field, I could just look into his eyes and he just no confidence. But you spied Malik Cunningham a little bit, but you really should have been spying him the whole game, man. In my opinion, you really should have been spying him the whole game. But the defense made a play at the end of the game. Give credit where credit is due. Defensively, I didn't know what the game plan was. And I think I just think week to week, you're going to have a different receiver step up. And I know I'm skipping all over the place, but like I said, man, first 3-0 start since 2015. I'm just, my heart is jumping out my chest, man. I didn't think we was going to win this game. Louisville is a very physical football team. Our defense got gashed up the middle, and Louisville ran right at us. And if they would have just kept doing that instead of trying to feature Malik Cunningham, they would have won this game. All they had to do was keep running the ball up the middle. They was getting 5 yards a clip. But they want to be cute and throw the football. That's why they lost. Even on that last drive, it's just, I didn't want Louisville to win. I'm just analyzing the game. That's all I'm doing. But we're glad Louisville played the game that they played. It enabled us to win. At the beginning of the game, they threw that play to Cam McDonald. I told you, dude, he can be a playmaker now. He can be a playmaker. Listen, mark it down, man. Mark it down. When Cam McDonald get to the pros, he's going to be a player. The Florida State just ain't using him right. I didn't see number 85 out there, the tight end, the good blocking tight end. I didn't see him out there. I didn't I don't know if he was hurt. But all in all, man, knowing the kind of team that Louisville is, a very physical football team, hey, we'll take that. We'll take that win. But like I said, we got a lot of work to do in our kicking game. We got to find a new kicker, man. This dude ain't it. Fitzgerald is not it, bro. We would have been up. We should have been up by at least 12 points if he hit all his field goals. And at some point, a game-winning field goal is going to come down to him. And do you have the confidence in this guy to kick a game-winning field goal? I don't. I really, truly don't. I mean, I don't know what else to say. The running game was tremendous. The offensive line played pretty well. Like I said, I mean, we know what Louisville is, man. And we know, like I said in the earlier podcast this week, that they were a house of horrors for us. Now, I gotta correct something. On my podcast Wednesday, I said, listen, man, I record these podcasts late at night. My mind wanders, and I don't know where I came up with a 48-16 Louisville win over us. I don't know where I came up with that. I don't know why I said that. I don't know what game I was thinking of. I know that Louisville beat us last year, but it was 31-23. I don't know where I got 48-16. And I didn't catch that. Somebody emailed me, somebody that listens to the podcast, and said, hey, man, you need to fact check. We didn't lose 48-16 last season. I was like, oh, wow. And, you know, whoever sent me that email, thank you. I appreciate that. But I don't know. I apologize for that misinformation. But 3-0, man. I hope we don't get ranked. I hope and pray that we do not get ranked, just so this team can stay humble. You know, because like the last 2 weeks, you know, we've heard, God, we're the best this, we're the best that. And I knew Louisville was going to come out and make you eat some humble pie. And they did. And the refs were the refs bailed us out in this game, man. If you just want to be really truthful about it, we got a lot of calls that we shouldn't have got. And they had a lot of missed calls when your boy Dent hit Malik Cunningham out of bounds, when your boy Green slammed the receiver in the end zone. They didn't call that. And, you know, they was just throwing flags on Louisville left and right. I mean, I take the charity. I'm just saying, you know, if I'm going to sit here and call out the refs when it goes against Florida State, I'm going to call out the refs when it goes for Florida State. I mean, just being fair. The refs bailed us out tonight. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't like Darius Washington at left tackle. He's not a tackle. He's not a tackle. Robert Scott is a better tackle than him. And I'm not the biggest Robert Scott fan, as y'all, anybody that listens to this podcast very well knows. I'm not a Robert Scott fan. So I'm hoping, I'm praying that Jordan Travis can come back healthy. I'm hoping and praying that Verse can come back healthy. I'm hoping and praying Malcolm Ray can come back healthy, man. You know, I don't want to take a shot at strength and conditioning because I don't know if these injuries were strength and conditioner related, but Louisville looked like the more well-conditioned team. So, I don't think Louisville had any injured players. I don't think. I know they had one guy that laid out on the field, but he got up and walked off on his own power, I think. But, you know, and this was Jarvis Brownlee gets exposed again, bro. Like, you know, he's a kid, man. To me, he's a kid. And I'm not going to dump on nobody, but, bro, you left Florida State to go to Louisville and you still get exposed. Whatever. But defensively, I didn't know what the game plan was. To me, if you're not putting your most athletic player on defense, on the field, DB or linebacker to spy Malik Cunningham. I thought this was a perfect game for Travis Jay to play. Okay? He played Malik Cunningham in practice, but you telling me he couldn't spy Malik Cunningham? But, we won the game. So I'm happy, but this luck streak it's gonna catch up with you. It's gonna catch up with you, man. Like, Jordan Travis came out hot. 11 for 11, 149, 48 yards and a touchdown. He came out hot, and he got cold. But, Louisville is a very good football team. You can't sit here and take those guys lightly. And I'm just thankful for the win. 3-0 for the first time since 2015. One of my good friends who's a Miami fan in my inbox talking junk. Hey, y'all need to focus on Texas A&M, man, because they out for blood. So don't worry about Florida State. Worry about Miami. I don't worry about what Miami Hurricanes do. I don't worry about the Florida Gators, what they do. I'm focused on Florida State, and we won. So we did our job. So thankful for the win. Thank you for listening. Podcast available on YouTube and on all podcast platforms. As always, go Noles.